Well, aloha and good vibes, everyone, and welcome to the Crystal Freak Show. And that is FFEQ as in frequency. I don't know what you're thinking about. I just want to give a huge shout out and thank you to everyone that hopped on and subscribed to my channel. I now have 105 followers now. Woo! Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so excited. Thank you so much for everyone, for all of your support and allowing me to post my last video. So this one is for you. And what I want to talk about today is how do we live a life that is out of this world? How do we create things and manifest things that may seem out of touch, out of reach, and out of this world for us? I am the Siren of Sirius with a serious mission to build beautiful crystalline sound healing sanctuaries around the world where we can come together and sing and dance and cry and hug each other as we float away in these beautiful hot springs, baths and bathhouses and sound healing temples. So there's a lot to share, and I'll do that in my other videos, but today is about you. And I want to share with you some tips and tricks that I've discovered throughout my wonderful life of how I can go from things and places where I feel stuck and like that's how it has to be, and shifting my perspective and realizing that this world is malleable. You are a multi-dimensional being. You can do whatever you want, however you want it, in which way you desire to do it. However, it is going to take practice, time, motivation, and devotion, and doing yourself a favor and keeping your word and your promises to yourself. That's what self-love and dedication is all about, and that's what it takes to manifest the world of your dreams and the life worth living. So, first I want to talk about perspective. And what I mean by perspective is many of us may feel trapped, like you're in a job that you want to get out of, or you're in a relationship you want to get out of, and you're just feeling like you're stuck in this cycle and going round and round in circles, and you're doing a lot, but you're not accomplishing a lot, and you're burnt out. So I want to shift a little perspective for you and support you in raising your vibration so life doesn't feel like a job. It doesn't feel like work. So first thing to do is step into the realm of gratitude. Be grateful, feel thankful. And what I mean by that is we kind of get stuck in pointing out all the negative things and well, they didn't do this and they didn't do it that way and they're not doing that. And you kind of get trapped in focusing on just the things that are not happening. For example, you could step outside, and I'm in southern Louisiana where there are prickers and stickers and a lot of bugs and things that I can complain about the South. Yet, at the same token, when I went to the bird sanctuary out in Lake Martin and I got to see these incredible angelic birds flying over me with their wings that are bigger than me, and these giant cypress trees and the moss hanging from the tree and the elegance and the beauty that it was, I was focusing on the beauty that it was. I wasn't focused on the dirty mosquitoes and stuff. So in that reality, I shifted my perspective and I had the most incredible day out with friends by being in a frequency of gratitude. So I firmly believe that because I was in such a frequency of gratitude and forcing myself to focus on the good things, that it's almost like the universe opened up and gave me a reality that was so magical and beautiful. I don't think I could have planned that. Seeing many birds all around me and just feeling so out of this world. It was a dream, you know? So step number one, gratitude, focusing on the things that you are accomplishing, focus on the things that are happening, focus on the future, focus on the bright side. Again, shift your focus from the stinking thinking over to the sweet thinking, okay? Step two is forgive yourself. Step two is to forgive yourself and recognize that you don't have to be or do everything. It's okay. Like, just take a deep breath, okay? Let's do that. And hold it in, activating your cosmic heart center, activating those lungs. Hold it and release. Whew, doesn't that feel good? So do that 3 times in one sitting. So take 3 deep breaths. Scientists say that it actually helps relax your body 80%, just taking 3 deep breaths. We're gonna roll that into step 3, which is we are a human being. Remember that you are a human being. So it's about being first in order to receive and have, not a human doing and doing, and then you're angry the whole time and then you're never happy. That's backwards. Step 3 is shifting your perspective and recognizing that being. Are you washing all these dishes for these ungrateful people that can't stand you and you can't stand them and you wish that they could just all get along? And see how that created this frequency and energy of aggravation? Where if we shift and say, I get to wash these dishes for my beautiful family, for my beautiful friends and family, whoever it is. Even for yourself, I'm grateful to have a plate to eat delicious food that was prepared. Even if you were the one preparing it, think of the people that watered the plants every day. Think of the Mother Earth, that the little birds and the bees that came and drank of the fruits that you're now eating. Think of everything that it takes to create just that one apple. So again, see how that felt grateful. Do you hear in my voice how it shifted from we're washing these dishes to, wow, I get to wash these dishes, and in this moment, think of the water, think of my friends, think of my loved ones, and take that time to cleanse your hand and wash your hands of the things no longer serving you. Even if you're simply walking across the street, are you shrugging across the street and walking across the street? Or are you grateful that you are taking each step towards your future, towards the next person in line that maybe you're going to get to meet, that changes your life forever? Maybe you're going to stroll across the road and maybe dance and point at people and sing at them and get them out of their little bubbles. And how are you being a light in the world? Because the world changes when you change. So stop waiting on the rest of the world to change for you before you're happy. Be happy now, and you be that light. You be that shift and that change that brights up the world. And then see how the world reacts to you, because everything is just a reflection. Everything is just a reflection of who you truly are. So if you're angry, maybe, just maybe, forgive yourself, forgive others, take 3 deep breaths, step into a frequency of gratitude. Don't cling so tightly to this reality that is so unfair and that you can do that. It's okay. But you're doing that for a long time, and how is that serving you? How is that? Have you gotten happiness yet? Like, have you achieved it? Because step 4, learn how to count and realize that happiness is a choice. When I found out that happiness was a choice, literally mind blown. Like, it's a choice to say, nope, I'm not gonna let that affect me. I'm accepting it. Well, accept that it's happening. Because this isn't about pushing it down beneath and never dealing with it. This is about transmutation. This is about learning how to be the alchemist and turning silver into gold. This is learning how to take that fire and those angry things that were pointed at you to go through your body, absorb into the earth, come back up through the earth into your heart, and not with hate, but with love. Be that reflection that shines that light on them, so they see that This is not the reality of your choosing. And you don't want to argue. Instead of arguing and staying trapped in the story, we want to focus on the solution. Because the more that we focus on the problem continues to perpetuate. But if we shift our energy and attention to the positive things that are flowing and growing and nurturing, then that is where our energy is focused on, and that is what is going to prosper, okay? So the fifth and final thing to raise your frequency and to create a reality that is out of this world is to believe it. Believe, believe, believe that you can achieve it. So I am here as your hype queen to let you know that fear is false evidence appearing real. Period. Period. You know what I'm saying, girl? So get the heck off your ass and get to doing what you want to do, boo-boo. You do you. Don't let nobody try to tell you what they think about you. Period. Do you think people think that I'm crazy, that I'm dressed up like this superhero? Because I'm serious. I'm here to change the world, and I'm awakened and aware that I am a star child. I am a star seed. What does that mean? I'm embodied as a human, obviously, but my soul has this deep connection to a beautiful, bright star out there. And ever since I was little, I would cry to go home because I didn't understand this stinking place of all the hatred and forced I don't even have to tell you, right? I'm not going to focus on the problem of this planet. And I used to want to go home, and I even used to be suicidal and not even want to be here. Yet, that is where things get to change for all of us. Once we realize that we chose to come here, that this was a destiny, this was something that we wanted to do, and we learned to focus our attention back on this beautiful divine body, this immaculate design that is so incredible, this intelligent design. Tapping into that, we realize our body learns to heal itself. How cool is that? And there's so much that if we just love all of ourselves, you know, so what if I love mermaids and I love singing and I want to wear a mermaid tail? How cool is it that as a little kid growing up, what do you want to be when you grow up? I want to be a mermaid. And I'm actually a mermaid. I do mermaid parties. I do mermaid underwater photography. I sing. I do vibrational sound healing. I've turned my love for music and singing and crystals and psychedelic cool colors and didn't stop myself. Well, I did for a moment because I had to grow up and face the real world. Well, then I just changed my perspective, and now my real world is me being a mermaid, bringing the gift of good vibes and vibrational sound therapy to the world. It's just, so when I say you do you, boo you, boo boo, boo you, you do boo you, boo. See, it's not about being perfect. We were not designed to be perfect. This crystal is not perfect, but yet it is perfect in its beauty, and it's abstract, and it's non-perfection. It is perfectly perfect. And I want you to see yourself as a crystal. Maybe you might be roughed around the edges, and maybe you might have a missing fingernail. It just so happened to be that nail. I mean, so if you need to say goodbye to things in your life and stinking thinking, think of your decompression or depression as your decompression, as your compression. This crystal was formed by being put under the heat. It was being put under the fire. And that is what made it. The ancient Greeks call it Kristallos, which means frozen water. So just remember that diamonds in the rough are polished, that they were made from the volcanic eruption that happened. And remember that crystals are put in the heat and under the fire. And if you are dealing with major change and heat and fire right now, it is because your soul is begging you and asking you to go within, to stop listening to everything that's outside of you, that's telling you, listen to this, listen to that, and you do this and you do that. And stop all of that. You be your biggest fan, you be your biggest supporter, and allow yourself. I give you permission. Today, I give you permission to step outside of the box, the invisible box that the world has placed you in, and may you shoot for the stars and tap into that which lights you on fire. Listen to your soul. Go within and just write down. That is another tip. Write down. Give yourself 10 minutes. I do this every morning. I did it this morning. I walked my house, got my little notebook, and with gratitude, I set the intention of what I wanted to create for that day, what I wanted to create in my new home, in my new community, and set your intentions and know and believe that they are possible. Just like if we go to a buffet and we don't know what's over here yet. We're just looking right here, right? And if I never step over to the rest of the buffet to see that there's even more, that there's even desserts and chocolate and strawberries and divine, delicious treats over there, then I will forever be stuck in just this little buffet. So your attitude of gratitude will determine your altitude. And I want to leave you with that. I will leave my links and everything down in the description. Please, if you've enjoyed this video, like and subscribe. Thank you for all of those that have already subscribed. We've hit 100, woo! So now I can bring you more videos, more information, more knowledge, and I just, big bottom of my heart, speaking of gratitude, never in a million years would think that I would be sitting here doing this, but you guys inspire me. This world inspires me, and I am so grateful and look forward to this incredible heaven on earth that we all get to create. Thank you. I love you. Go have a dream. Have a fabulous freaking day.